I think I gotta pull the plug on this conversation before we go too deep, because we're literally talking about how FaZe hid the fact that they owned a gambling site, and FaZe members made videos promoting the site, and now we just went live.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
We're moving
Wanted
now.
to fix it.
All right, I'll just cover it, and why don't we do our introduction? So first we got top left, we got Carson.
Hi, Carson, C_Giles with the Z. Wow, my lighting looks really bad. Jeez.
Yeah, you got like some greenness going on.
Mine looks grainy.
Yeah, I don't have as much natural light. Anyways, in the top right is myself, twitch.tv/ushocks, Roberto. We got one Josh this time, bottom left.
One Josh, Sandy Pickle, Josh.
And then the TikTok champion of CU Gaming in the bottom right.
Howdy, I'm General Dumplin, or Leo. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, guys.
TikTok champion.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like you guys gotta own it or just like not talk about it.
True.
But I mean, I wouldn't be ashamed if you kind of pop off on
I'm for
there.
owning it.
Yeah.
I'm for owning it.
Yeah. Anyways, I digress. It's not like you're doing the Renegade. Maybe, but who knows? Alright, let's talk about some video games, shall we?
Alright.
Let's get the big one out of the
yesterday was
way.
a pretty big day for video games, or at least one specific.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I've got my essays ready.
Yeah. I mean,
The
what
keyboard
else are we
warrior.
talking about? Everyone's got to know by now. We're talking about Valorant. It came out yesterday. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I actually downloaded it yesterday too. I kind of forgot it came out, and I was like, oh crap, will I be able to like download it with another, like on another computer, like with the same beta key? And then I was like, wait a minute, stop being a forehead, Leo. It's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone, it's not like tiered access or anything. It's just fully open now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
You can just go
pretty
look up
smooth.
Valorant.
Just grab it off their website.
If you were part of the beta, you got like the little buddy, but
Mhm.
you know, it's not
Yeah, the
that
buddy
big of a
card.
deal.
Unless you bought skins in the beta, you're not getting any, you don't get anything from the beta. You start right over again. Like Robert said, you get the little gun buddy charms, so you can put them on a couple of
The
weapons.
new axe is kind of sick. The new
Okay.
axe is kind
Shall
of
we
New
start
axe
with
is
that?
really.
I guess we'll start with
I
the
have
monetization,
it.
right? You did.
Let's
did you
just start with it.
Okay, so I guess it's good that we have someone in the chat that or in the stream that has it, because did you buy just the axe or did you buy the whole bundle for what is it like 71 Valorant credits, meaning you have to buy the $100 pack to get it, or did you just grab the axe? We good?
I
Josh?
just grabbed that. Oh.
Oh.
That was
Didn't
fully
answer.
directed at you.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about. You said the chat, and I was like,
Yeah,
thought
I'm
you were like,
sorry. I
someone
fumbled
got-
on my word there. I meant in the stream.
No, I only bought the knife. So I bought the prism knife during the beta,
Okay.
and then like they gave me my money back and like a little bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I have just enough to get the new axe. I did, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I have nothing else though. Everything else is pretty naked.
Oh, it's dangerous
But-
territory, dude. $70 for that whole
Alright.
bundle.
Yeah, I have a friend who has the whole bundle. Questioned him pretty hard. I kind of scolded him, but you know, that's his
I mean,
money.
all right. Listen, it's really cool. Like I'm
It's
not. I don't
pretty
want to
cool.
buy it, but like if I see that gun on the ground, I'm risking my life for it because that reload animation is just so clean. It looks cool. It sounds cool. It's just
Yeah.
$70.
Yeah. Carson, you
I don't
haven't
know.
said much. I'm not sure if you're over in the
Oh.
corner, like, just thinking, like, I don't need in-game purchases whatsoever. It's a free game.
I don't need in-game purchases because I have honestly not played Valorant for a while now. I don't know.
Fair enough.
We got a lot of topics, and I really can't talk about Valorant and CSGO when I have only played Valorant like for a week during the beta, and then actually not CSGO R6, and when I don't even play R6. So I'm just sitting here, just like I still play Minecraft. That's all I'm really playing right now. Really wish
What's
I could play-
R6? I've never
Oh,
heard
dude,
of it.
I was literally playing Minecraft for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Minecraft is always the
Cycle.
game I'm gonna end up going back to, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's a constant cycle of playing the next hot game, getting burnt out or tired of the game being flawed, and then just going back to Minecraft because that's what I've done for the past 7 years. What else am I supposed to do with my life? Like
So
actually
this
play
is a
the
little bit
game.
off Valorant, but have you guys ever like done a whole Minecraft single player playthrough? I'm too scared to do it.
What,
Like,
from,
what do you mean?
start to
Like
end
just
of
like
turn?
a single player world, just a whole
Oh.
single player world,
Hardcore or just anything?
just anything. Like I'm just like normal
What-
survival Minecraft.
What do you mean? Like, yeah, of
I
course.
I don't know,
Have
dude,
you
there's
never
a
done
single
that
player
before?
world.
I don't know that
Like,
I
You've
have
never
done-
played like
I
a single?
A single player world, I've maybe done it like twice, but like
Then what do you play?
I
Like, do you just play
rarely
on
do it.
servers?
I think he
I
means
just
like
play on
go
like
for the whole
friend
playthrough.
servers. No,
Yeah.
just like I play on friend servers because like playing single player alone freaks me out.
Freaks you out.
I can't.
I think
I
it's
mean,
like a
I've never like played the single player and like I killed the Ender Dragon and such. I've never done
Yeah,
that.
have you
I
ever
just
just
play.
like dedicated like a whole single player world? I mean, like just
just for like building and whatever, yeah, but probably not
Yeah,
to
totally.
do this stuff, like not to go get like all the way to like get Electra or whatever it's called.
yeah.
I
I
haven't
mean,
gone
like
that far by
I
myself.
want to do that on single player survival, but again, I don't know. Single player survival feels way too lonely.
Yeah,
I
I
can't-
wonder
It
if that's,
can be.
I wonder like there's got to be a speed run world record for that, right?
No, it's under 30
absolutely.
It's under 30 minutes. It's absurd.
I thought you were about to say 30
minutes.
seconds. Not
Yeah, I
gonna
was
lie.
like,
30
I wouldn't
minutes.
honestly. I
jeez.
wouldn't be surprised.
that it's got to be like
Minecraft
there's got to be like a
speedrun.
known seed that has like the
3
vein
months
right
ago.
below you and like everything, right?
Let's see.
So random
Mine-
seed 3 months ago, 23 minutes 53 seconds.
Wow, random seed
Um,
too.
New 1 year ago, new Minecraft world record. I think this with a specific seed, 3 minutes 59 seconds.
I don't think I have the discipline. I don't even know if that's the right way to like put that, but
I'm kind of just like dumbfounded right now. You said 20. It takes me 23 minutes to get a tree, get wood, and then make a pickaxe, and then get to stone pickaxe. That's 23 minutes right there.
Really, I'm just walking around for like an hour looking for a place to build.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that looks nice over there. Oh, wow, that spot over there has some pretty trees. I like that hill better.
yeah, definitely. Oh, forget about
Oh,
it.
we should probably get back to Valorant.
Yeah, I don't know while we went on this Minecraft tangent, I might as well just real quick say that Minecraft Dungeons came out like a week or a week and a half
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
That's
I
still
haven't
like
done
it's kind of like Diablo but Minecraft. Pretty good.
I haven't
I
tried
recommend it.
Minecraft 2.
$20.
How much is it to
but-
get?
It's about $20. Yeah, I'd say with all
That's
the
not
current
bad.
level, the only thing is there's paid DLC coming, so mixed opinions on
Yikes.
that. But with all the levels that are currently out, I'd say it's really only like 4 or 5 hours of playthrough, depending on the difficulty.
Damn.
But it looks good. It
Not bad.
runs great. Like, I don't know. I recommend it personally. But anyways,
I mean,
let's go.
like-
After your opinion, let's go back to Valorant.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, if it's $20 and people are getting pissed about paid DLC, that's kind of messed up. Like,
Yeah.
it's cheap as is. I mean, if the DLC is like $30,
Mhm.
for like another 4 to 5 hours of gameplay, then I can understand people
I'm
getting
sure the
upset.
DLC will be like a few bucks. I don't know why people are complaining.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
People complain to
Microsoft
complain.
Store, so it depends.
people were like, "Oh, all DLC should be free."
hmm Yeah. Anyways, let's go back to
All right.
Riot's shooter game.
Valorant. A lot of new things release. We have new missions, new character,
Mhm.
new map, and just a lot of quality of life fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Personally,
So
personally,
Do you want
I'm a
to
big
like go
fan.
around to do opinions? Like, do you want to like?
I don't think
Unless
much
Carson
has
does-
changed since we covered it last Wednesday. Like,
I just noticed that people are complaining about this new hero,
true. Yeah.
whatever they're calling their.
I'm ready to defend her.
Agent,
I'm ready to.
agent.
I'm ready to attack her.
All right.
I'm
I
ready
haven't
to
played
do it.
Reyna, so let's have a little bit of duel. We have a pro Reyna and a. God, what would be anti Reyna?
I mean, I just
Everybody else.
con.
All right. Let's have you guys go at it. Let's hear it.
As I'm gonna let Sandy go first.
Oh, wow. I personally think that her cons balance her out. She's pretty
Bruh.
useless to a team if she's not good enough to get killed. Her abilities are really expensive too. It's like what 700 compared to others, which are maybe some are like 400.
Yeah, that is pretty high.
Her Lear, which a lot of people think is pretty overpowered, is like think about it. It doesn't last long. You have to have really good placement. The thing is, you can destroy it too.
That's the
which
eye,
like
the eye ability.
that's a little eye thing, right?
Okay.
I think that it's just that nobody's used to her. I think once people get used to her, you'll get into a habit of destroying it rather than looking away.
Now that's Omen's. That's basically Omen's ability, right?
It's Omen's near sight, which by the way,
Nearsight.
Omen got a lot of visual updates,
Yeah.
and like quality of life things. His smoke placement is weird. It's a bit disorienting, but it's really helpful. Like his new method of placing them now.
I haven't checked
Reyna.
that out yet, but
I still haven't figured out her full potential yet because like she's kind of confusing, honestly. But I think one thing that is slightly overpowered is the fact that she can go invisible during her ult.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty crazy because it lasts a long time and you can reposition every single time you get a kill. But like, it requires you to get kills.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just think like the fact that she's not able to use her abilities without getting kills is pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah, that's
big con to balance her out.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
There's
Now,
other things, but
before Leo dumpsters on her, do you guys happen to know? Do you guys happen to know what class or like she's in? Like, you know, there's like the
She's
duelist.
a duelist.
She's a duelist. So she's meant to be like an entry frag. Well, maybe not necessarily an entry fragger, but definitely.
She's meant to like go about and just like challenge people, like just like Phoenix would, you know.
Okay.
Like go around and try to like flank and maybe just challenge somebody while the other team does something else. I think that's what the duelist is supposed to do.
I don't think everybody's figured out like the best composition for a team yet. Like if you were to have both Jet and Rain on the same team, you'd have Jet, who's a great entry frag, and can like, and her whole thing is, you know, not letting the other team trade that kill, and then having Reyna come in and then just clear everybody out.
Right. She does
Like-
seem better than Jet to me so far, because Jet's the very like. Still, I don't like Jet. Maybe even dislike her more
I had to
than
play
Raze.
her. I had to play her for like all day yesterday just because I didn't unlock anybody else that I played. So I was playing her for a while. She's still kind of fun, but she still feels pretty useless.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like her updraft thing where she goes up in the air, I found myself never using it, etc.
All right. So, why don't let's wrap up on Reyna with Leo. Your opinion on her?
I mean, it's not really like I'm gonna dumpster her, mainly because I can't make a complete opinion on her because I don't have her since I'm so new to the game.
Okay.
So this is just from a victim perspective, right? In my opinion, what Josh said is right. Is that like not a lot of people are used to her yet, so things are gonna be a little interesting. It's similar to like Raze when she was in the beta in the beginning, where she was just dumpstering every single person just because of her abilities, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So it could be that there is a similarity there with Reyna in that like her abilities are just like I don't want to say crutch. I don't want to say crutch, but like they do make it so much easier to get kills, and then that leads to more kills, and that's what makes Reyna so OP. Like you said, if you just get kills, it's great. So if it's Reyna is perfect for anyone that just frags out all the time in game. So if someone like that plays Reyna, you're gonna have a really sucky time, and it's gonna not be enjoyable. Whereas like if it's some kid who has no idea what he's doing, you're gonna be fine.
Against new players, like Reyna is extremely effective.
Okay.
I think
once
people start figuring her out, like especially veterans, like of shooter games or just professional players, once they figure her out, I think shutting her down is gonna get easier and easier.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with that because like at first I didn't understand her like
She's pretty brutal.
her first
She's
ability with like the eye.
Yeah.
I didn't get that at first, and then my buddy was like, just shoot it. So like after he told me, I instinctively shot it immediately. I mean, that still doesn't save me from getting killed because usually after I shot it, some other dude was like, oh, I see him, and then bang bang, and then I'm dead.
I believe you can face through walls, right?
No, actually.
No,
Wait,
can't.
no.
I think like somewhat, like definitely not the range of
like
Omen, but-
going through walls you're talking about?
You mean the I think meant she or her facing. Yeah, you can like throw it through walls. It's like it's a set distance. But you can place it anywhere, and the thing about it is that if it's on the person's screen, no matter how far it is, it'll blind them. So I guess the further away it is from the enemy, the harder it is for them to destroy.
Gotcha.
But the easier it
Wait,
is for them
they
to
have
get
to
it
be.
off their screen.
It has to be in their line of sight, though, right?
Yeah, it just has to be on their screen, in their line of sight.
All right. So if
Actually,
it actually went behind them, if it went behind them, you're fine, right? Like,
Yeah, if it went behind them, they won't see it.
Okay.
If they turn away, they won't see it. If they stand behind a little wall for a sec, they won't see it. But if they peek again and it's still there, they'll get blinded again.
Okay. Yeah.
Until it's destroyed or disappeared.
Yeah.
It's so like my beef with it isn't really with her like that ability or anything. It's mainly just her ult. Her ult's just like like I said, it's similar. It's just like Raze again, you know. It's just like another situation where, you know, Riot's gonna have to look at it and be like, well, maybe that wasn't the smartest decision, or like maybe we'll have to tweak it slightly, just like how they did before.
Her
It's
ult's
just it's the beginning of the
pretty
game.
crazy,
Every new character always has either something that doesn't work ever, or they're too OP. It's like
Yeah.
one of those two things, and that's what Rain is.
I like
think
her
being
direction though.
I like
Mhm.
that. I like it too.
I like
I think being
that she's-
invisible
yeah.
is what like I think is what a lot of people are having like the most issues with, especially with their ult. But I think like they would need to add that or something similar just to make sure it's different than the actual like other abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other one makes you it makes you invincible. I think if you have your ult active, making you invincible just makes it slightly different, and like gives you more incentive to use it. But other than that, like her ult lasts a long time and it gets refreshed on kills. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Like I was saying, I like her direction in terms of like she's not like a mobility or like really just like she's not super like a really different meta. Like she depends on her
She's unique.
abilities. She's not about like jumping up or teleporting or smoking. Like, yeah, exactly. She's unique. But
Yeah.
to not go down a rabbit hole on her, even though she's only been out for like less than a day, why don't we move on to? I guess we should probably talk about the map a little bit. I've
new
really
map?
the new map is Ascent. I've only played it
Yes.
in Spike Rush so far, so I don't
Oh.
have the greatest opinion on it. Spike Rush
I
also
can't
a
have
whole
any
Spike
nother
Rush is a
opinion on
weird
it.
game mode. Spike Rush is
I
a
have yet
weird
to
game
play
mode,
it.
though.
very weird.
I've not Spike Rush. I've yet to play the new map.
Okay.
It's really
I
upsetting.
played it pretty
I always get
extensively.
blind.
I think it's smart that they made it so that you play it more often. Like in the map
That's-
pool, but it just gets like I want to play other maps.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But,
funny since I still haven't played it.
The thing about it is like I don't really like the site layouts. They seem like really hard to break through.
A
Like the
especially
choke
is
points.
very
The
condensed.
choke points are really difficult. I like the idea that they have doors, but
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, every time like I walk and there's a door in my face, it's like damn, now I gotta go all the way around, which is smart on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It adds a little bit more, I guess, difficulty, but like it also restricts like the possibilities of like what you could do during the round.
Right. So real
'Cause
quick,
then like
just to catch Leo and Carson up if you guys haven't played it. As we know, each Valorant map has what some call a feature, but what I call a gimmick, and the
A gimmick, exactly.
The
Gimmick.
gimmick of Ascent is it has a garage door that you can close from one side, and it like
Okay.
locks down a lane of the site pretty much, but it uses that like reinforced method. So like you can shoot it and it will go from like the green tier to the yellow tier to the red tier, and then it will bust open. But otherwise, the defenders have like a spot where they can close it from one side.
I have one question. So you're saying like a defender will go to this garage door, press like a button,
Mhm.
right? It closes, and then kind of like Sage's wall in a way,
You can destroy
the attackers can shoot it up, and then it opens up. And then
Mhm.
can it be open? Can it be closed again, or is it just
I think
open
it
after
breaks
that?
it. I think it breaks
Yeah, I
it.
think that breaks it for good. And there's no button on the other side.
Okay, so like how much bullets does it take?
I have no idea. I haven't tried it. I just know it's like the armored doors on
Yeah,
Haven for
exactly.
Garage.
Maybe
So it
a
has, like, that
little
weird
bit
armor.
beefier.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
might be a
It's like
little bit
those you're
beefier.
saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it might be a little bit
Okay.
beefier.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha.
I don't know. It's not the most like round affecting. It's just like a little bit of an inconvenience.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it does close out potential for outplays and stuff
Right.
or ability usage.
And then
The map itself is pretty fun.
Mhm.
I
And
enjoy
then
it a
the
lot.
other two like gimmicks that I've noticed so far,
Yeah.
or I guess one's less of a gimmick, but this one is there's a window, like an actual like a glass pane, and I think it's gonna be hilarious. But it's like if you were to leave the Heaven of A site on defender side, and it's like an actual window, like a window, so that you walk by, but it's like. I don't know how you would say it's like 70% opacity or something like that. Like you can see through it,
Yeah.
but if you're looking up, like it's pretty dark to look into, and you can just shoot and the glass smashes and then you're like combusting through. So I've been killed by that like a couple times.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
so it's like an interesting
It-
thing. It's not
it's
it's
only-
not really a huge part of the map though.
It's only one little window, or it's like one like doorway that's just full of glass.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy going through it. I don't really
Yeah.
see it as the most, like I guess.
I think it's going to come
map-changing
down to
thing.
more of a sound cue than an angle.
Exactly.
And then
So
the
I think-
only, yeah.
Breaking it early is like that's where you decide like, do you want to break this early or do you want to leave it for the potential of late round?
I think
information.
I treat it like I treat vents on or
Yeah.
the vent on Mirage. Like just break that right when you're running to site.
Exactly.
And then the only other like thing is there's more of those armored panels that you can break on the attacker's side mid peak. So the attacker side mid peak, I guess I'm gonna try and do this with my hands and describe it. So it's 2 walls. Sorry, Spotify and Anchor users. It's 2 walls and then like a passageway in the middle, and the left side wall has the armor panel, and you have to spam it to break the panel. But it gives you a direct wall bang shot to where a defender would be staying in the like mid peak. So it's interesting.
I think it's a pretty good balance.
I gave up on the hands halfway.
The mid area is kind of a fiesta. Like there's a lot going on.
It's really tough for attackers.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
The thing is, about these like with these 5v5 shooter games, if you have like usually you have like 1 or 2 defenders. Sometimes 1 defender holding that whole mid-site area down, and then you have 3 people attacking at the same time. It's really hard to hold it.
Yeah.
But like the map has like a lot of tight angles and like small corners, so I think mobility-based people, especially like Omen, will succeed really well on it. Reyna seems to do pretty well on it, but you know it's all situation.
Yeah, I definitely still need to learn it because like for example, I was playing on A site and on the A site heaven underneath is literally just like a very small like 2-player wide just like rectangle, and
it's so tiny.
There's nowhere to go. Like it doesn't connect to anything. There's like 1 barrel of cover maybe that you could like kind of hide around the corner in, but other than that, like your methods to get out of A site are pretty limited.
I find the sites to be somewhat cluttered. I think there's a lot going on. Like especially like A site just has like a lot of boxes like to look out for. B site, that whole shed in front of it, you just can't see the whole site, and so you're left with 2 choke points, and if you get like smoked or walled off, you know it's kind of done for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to just go off memory, but B site is very similar, from what I recall. It's very similar to the training map, like bomb defusal site.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
it's similar to that.
Yeah, you know how it has that. Yeah, so it's like, yeah. It actually, it pretty much is the training site thing, except if you were to take that shed, you know when you come out of the corner and the shed's there that you can go under, if you were to flip that 180 degrees so that it faces inwards to the site and make it level, and then it has that like hallway at the end too.
It's like exactly that almost.
Yeah, actually, now that you think about it.
That kind of doesn't sound very...
Site. And then there's like this weird little back alcove area. Such a hassle to clear out like attackers at like post plant. It's such a hassle.
Right.
The map sort of feels like it has a lot of dead area because of the sites, because like there's like a lot of the times you're not really you're not really on the sites holding angles until late round. Usually people are up trying to get map control, but I don't know. The whole map feels a little bit cluttered, but I find it a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing that with Valorant maps, like that people, I heard about someone like complain about it, and it was just like such a weird thing to complain about, but it kind of makes sense. But they were talking about how in Valorant they make the spawn areas so big,
right,
and how it's just like a waste of space. Like that, and when they told me that, I was like, that's dumb. But then I realized, yeah, the spawns are way too big in my opinion. Like they're just such large areas that you're not gonna do anything in. Like for example, Bind, it has like this huge square
cone,
and it's just like, look at all this room for what?
Yeah,
I think, and then
I mentioned that last week on the podcast, and then from like one video that was trending about like how bad Valorant maps are, and then if you guys are familiar with the War Owl at all, really good CSGO YouTuber, and he talked about it too. And he talked about like when you're outlining a map, like you make all the lanes, you lay out like the gray boxes, and you do that, and then the next thing you do is you cut line of sight for op players, because you can't have like the entire back lane of the map, open. You have to cut it out. And, like, the way they do it is just like really strange. Like you just need to make more CQB hallways, but yeah.
Like with CS, there's like some maps have like really big spawn areas, but like sometimes they don't feel unnecessary. Sometimes they're good hiding areas for after plant. But like I don't know, somehow they make the spawns in Valorant seem even more useless. I don't know what it is.
I'd say like if I were to draw a comparison to like Mirage CT spawn, T side Dust 2, Cache,
like Cache,
both sides of Cache.
Cache is like a
versus
big T area.
versus something like what's the 3-site map? Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven, like Haven is a pain in the ass if you're on A and you need to get to C. You either go for
Well,
mid
they-
and you're super risky, or you gotta go through CT spawn and you're like, you gotta go around a corner, make a left, make a right, make a left, and then you're like eventually back over to C. But yeah,
Another area, like you were saying, like the attacker's side on Haven. That's so big for no reason.
yeah,
Like I know that it has like the two like hallways that lead to like they let you get out, but it's just so like unnecessarily massive.
yeah. The other Josh is
Over-
roasting us in chat for saying with CS and whatever, and
Yes.
Whatever.
Whatever. Overall,
you can't say it's
oh,
perfect, but
actually, sorry.
Josh,
Before I go
have to-
overall, I played that new Spike Rush mode,
mm-hmm.
and I'll be honest, I love it. I love it so much. It's
It's
so
I think
it's
it's,
so
a it's a
stupid
weird
fun.
warm up
It's
mode.
stupid fun. Yeah.
It-
No, I like it personally a lot because the way I was like feeling with Valorant, right, was that they had the unranked and then they had the ranked mode. And unranked is like not it's like kind of casual, but it still has those sweaty players, and ranked is just, full sweat.
Yeah.
It Valorant, I felt like it needed that arcade mode that you can just go into with some buddies and play and like dumpster kids and just have an absolute blast
Super
doing
short,
it.
and I think it's a good time to to test out new characters that you've been wanting to play, etc. Like
Exactly.
You
I
can play out
it's
Reyna.
very Quake reminiscent to me,
Yeah.
especially with
And it
like,
allows
the
you to like
abilities on the map
test
and
around
stuff.
with guns.
It's kind of a mess.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's disastrous. But I do think it's also super like meme potential. Like you get like scout rounds, and then you get like LMG rounds, and then like it's just like all over.
Oh, I
the
love
place.
Bucky. I
Sheriff
love Bucky
rounds.
rounds. Those are
I
my
hate frenzies.
favorite.
Oh,
I hate
God.
frenzies. I
Yeah,
hate
it's
frenzies.
terrible. Yeah, I don't know.
I love the
It-
Bucky
it-
rounds are the best rounds.
Yeah, I mean for what it is, it's not like it's supposed to be a competitive game mode. I think really
Nah.
no complaints. Like for just like you said, an arcadey type thing.
You need to have a casual game mode in order to let those sweat players do their thing and let the ones that want to just int and just die, I don't know, just let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Like I played a game of unrated like last week with my buddy,
Right.
and I was getting yelled at. I was getting like yelled at by my teammate. He's like, "What are you doing? Stop going Marshall every round." I'm like, "You can't stop me. Like you have no power here." And
Yeah.
now people, and it's just like, you need that non-sweat mode. I don't know.
Yeah, like you said.
I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like you said, I think it's definitely good to bring people in and not like force them into a thing. But I suppose to
Yes,
kind of
thank you,
wrap
Dr.
up our 30-minute Valorant session, so we can actually have Carson's voice be heard.
I feel like I don't know. I stopped like enjoying playing Valorant, but I feel like I have to play Valorant now so I could actually talk and be part of the discussion. I'm just sitting here like, I love hearing about maps, which I've never played before, never heard before. But
Yeah. Map design is a really cool thing. But why don't we
So
wrap it up?
to
on,
close
like-
it,
Yeah,
I'll
go
wrap
ahead.
it up. Be ranked on being gone. They said that they want to give like new players who are joining now a chance to sort of get with the game rather than sweating it out immediately. I agree with that. It'll help everybody just sort of get used to everything new, get used to Reyna, and then once rank comes in, everybody's gonna start grinding.
Did we hear
Yeah.
when rank's coming back?
No idea.
No. I wonder if it's gonna be longer this time because it was pretty quick in the beta. It was only like two.
It's pretty quick.
Wait, I don't even know how long the beta was.
I
It
think
felt like 3 months, but like definitely couldn't be.
But
Um,
overall, I find the launch to be pretty positive. I enjoyed all the new stuff. I enjoyed the small quality of life things that were changed.
Yeah. It's just nice that they're like they didn't change. I think I talked about this like a couple weeks. I'm trying to throw something out, but it keeps sticking to my hand. I was talking about it like a couple weeks ago when we were like mentioning the Valorant release date, and they kind of stayed true to what they like. It stayed the same when it released. They made like the changes needed, but I think so far it was a pretty smooth launch. Some people might say differently, just because I feel like some people are just shitting on the game just to do it.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it was not a huge, crazy, success, but a success.
Yeah, I'll say that I somewhat gave up on it right as the beta was ending, but I think this launch somewhat redeemed it. I'm still not sold on it, and I'm probably not going to dedicate a lot of time to it, but I think it's going to make a name for itself, given time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. but I suppose we shall move on. I know we have R6 next on our list, but I believe Carson also doesn't play too much R6. So
I mean, I did play R6 once at DreamHack Anaheim. Like HyperX it was weird. They brought a truck into the convention center, and it was like you played on this like pop out stage.
oh, that's awesome.
It was like super casual rules, and you got like an entry to some raffle if you played, and an entry to a raffle if you lost or won. And you just kind of sat up there with other people that didn't know how to play R6. And I feel like if anybody on R6
I love those
or
experiences.
Leo would probably just have an absolute aneurysm because it was. I was trying to. I kind of try to mimic what our like black and gold teams do. And by mimic, I meant I did very poorly because I've never played R6 before. It was very obvious, and then the 4 people that were watching me could definitely tell that I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh my god.
I really like those things, though.
That's actually amazing, though.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah. Oops,
It was
sorry, what were you
like
saying,
a
Robert?
Yeah, just like from the way he was describing, they brought in a truck. I'm not sure if it was this way, but like I remember like I used to live on the East Coast, so I would go to PAX East quite a bit, and they would do like tournament. Okay, whatever, dude. PAX is a blast, and yeah, whatever. They would do like tournament setups basically, but it would literally just be like you'd wait in line to play, and then like the whole crowd would be watching you. So
Imagine being on East Coast.
yeah.
Hey,
West Coast.
hey,
Listen, I
hey.
said used to live on
I'm
East
now
Coast.
East Coast.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna back you up on that. You lived in New England for 12 years, and I'm not defending Pat's Nation or anything close to it. But we're not even gonna go there. But yeah, so where were we? We're talking about R6. Carson has only played R6 once at DreamHack.
Fair.
Probably,
Nice.
if you've only played it once, that's probably the best place to say you've played it. Pretty cool. I
That is.
guess maybe.
True.
Maybe it's pretty badass. But shall we talk about Steel Wave then?
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty excited for it. I finally, this is the first time I've ever bought the year pass for Siege. In the
Same.
past, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the operators from like the past years. They were kind of lame in my opinion.
I think
but
last year did pretty good.
this,
Previous to that,
Yeah.
it was so-so.
they were like, I don't know, there's just like some of them just like, why would I spend the whole money for that guy? But these new ones I think are actually going to be pretty viable, and their abilities are like, I think they're unique. I think they're cool and actually tactical. I don't know. In the past, I like heard like the option. They're like, oh yeah, they can do this. And it's like that's the best you can think of.
Yeah. I don't know.
but-
I think I'm curious on your opinion of my current summary of R6, but R6 is like I do really like R6 marketing. I like their year pass model. Like I like the way they give lore to their characters. However, with the actual game, I'm kind of like starting to call it the like gadget destroying simulator. Like you have like how long are rounds? Like 130 maybe or something in there. Maybe
What for each ranked you talking about? Or what?
no, just
unranked.
a round or I don't know, whatever ranked, I guess.
Well,
Regardless, what I'm getting at is like it feels like 90% of the round is just destroying gadgets, and then the last 30 seconds is just like everybody in. Let's try.
You see, that used to be it was called the 20-second meta, right? So basically, you just delay your push as much as you can, right?
Right.
Wait, take out gadgets, at like certain choke points, get rid of this stuff, and then at the last 20 seconds, you just rush. You just everyone goes in at that moment, and it like overwhelms them because like they'll get some entry frags in, and then they go in, and then they plant at like the last couple seconds, and then there you go, and then they leave immediately, and then just hold out from some outside angle, and that's the 20-second meta, and it usually worked. But now they changed some things up. I can't go into the details of it because I don't know what they specifically changed in the patch notes. But the 20-second meta isn't as prominent as it used to be. But I definitely think they're gonna make some more changes to make it a lot more entertaining to play. And so far, it's been pretty good.
Rainbow Six stresses me out. There's so many gadgets everywhere. I feel like every corner I get hit by something random.
That's what I'm saying.
But I do really love the shooting mechanics. Like I love leaning and then just like a single bop to the head get to like win you the round. I love that.
Oh,
I
it's
do
such a
think
good.
it
It's
needs so much
It's
satisfying.
like getting a kill in that game is such a good feeling.
Yeah.
But just because like everywhere I walk, I'm either like my area is given away or like my location is compromised or like I step on a goo mine.
Yeah.
bothers
Just
me
think about
every
how
time.
many things that could happen. Literally, just walking up the staircase. You could
I
get like
hate it.
tracked by
Let's
Draco,
see.
Yeah.
There's
goo mine in
probably
you.
going to be
You
some barbed wire on that
concuss.
staircase, so they're going to hear you from 2 miles away.
Mhm.
There's a good chance there's a goo mine, so you're going to have to take that
Yeah.
out immediately while on the staircase with barbed wire.
Don't forget to check for the
It's just,
Val cam. Like
there's
Val
probably a
cam.
Val cam in a bucket in the ceiling somehow.
Yep.
Um,
A bucket in the ceiling.
it's just everything. And now they've got the spring trap that's going to come out, so there's going to be like a loud alarm that goes off as you try to go to site. So every sense,
What
every
do the new
5
people
cents.
do, by the way? Like the new operators are coming out. What do they do? I have not done any research.
All right, well, so we got 2. We got Ace and Malusi.
Why don't you
All
cover
right.
Malusi and I'll cover Ace?
Yeah, I'll cover Ace. Oh wait, did you say you
Either
Ace
way,
or me?
either way. Take your pick. Take your pick.
I'll take Ace because I love him.
Okay.
So this guy, Ace, new attacker, 2 speed, 2 armor. He's the next hard breacher. So now we
Oh.
have another viable hard breacher.
Give us another
Basically,
2
he
speed for
throws.
reference. Like,
What's up?
give us another 2 speed for reference.
There's a cat in your background.
Yeah, I know.
Jaeger.
I was about to-
Jaeger's a 2 speed.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. I get
Yeah,
the idea.
he's no 2 speed. I'm pretty sure, is Maverick a 2 speed? I'm not too sure. But
I ignore the
he's
speeds all the time.
yeah, no one pays attention. He's a Norwegian op, and basically he has this little like bar thing, right? And you stick it onto a wall, and then it starts going down, and then it blows up that section of the wall, and then it goes to the next section, blows that up, and then goes to the next one, then blows up, and then it's done.
So like
you
each
can trick
section is
it.
about like the size of like a Habana like breach, like a single Habana
Yeah,
breach.
yeah.
Or a mirror,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like that width.
It's like a mirror. It's a little bit longer, but like about that size and height. It can be stopped. It can be tricked and such like that. It can be muted.
It's also a really
and,
low damage explosion, right?
Yeah, it
I've
doesn't
seen.
hurt as much. At least
So-
that's not like if you stand on the like a wall where a thermite breaches, you're not going to get absolutely blasted.
So I've seen that be mentioned, like you said, like a thermite. You'll get like you can't stand there. You'll get huge HP
Oh, yeah,
hit, if not dead.
If you're next to the wall with a thermite going off, you're most likely going to die.
But with this, it's like a very low tick. So you could literally just be like waiting and just like hopefully catch them off guard or something.
And then with the whole, like, people are like getting really upset about it because that they can just destroy like a top piece of like the door of like a wall, right? And then if they can somehow just get up and then get an angle, they can just shoot all the way back into sight, which is understandable to be upset about. But I think everyone forgot that you can still trick it. You can
Right.
bandit trick it. You can, if you know how to Cade trick, you're amazing. You can do that. You can still mute it. You can do a ton of things, and I feel like people are just
And it only
saying
goes down, right?
OP to OP. It only goes down. It doesn't
Okay.
go up.
So if you, yeah, okay, that'd be interesting. It would be weird if you could put it at the bottom and it would go up.
Yeah.
But I guess
That'd
that
be
just
crazy.
Yeah, that'd just be defying
gravity.
physics at
But
that
I
point.
mean physics, gravity. But I mean, come on, it's R6. What
It's
does
R6.
follow? Yeah.
That's a good point. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty cool, and I can't wait to play him more.
I see myself playing him more so than I see the last 2 ops, Yana and Oryx. I didn't see myself playing them so much, but I see myself
Yeah.
playing Ace.
I haven't played any of them. Well, I have them. I just
It's-
don't play them.
Yeah, it's funny how
don't know.
cool Oryx seems. Oryx can jump
They
up
look cool.
hatches and breach through walls, and like it seemed so awesome. But yeah,
No, I can do that.
and then the other op is Malusi. And she has a gadget called the Banshee, and it's basically a sonic device or something, and it just makes a loud humming noise that, let's see, what's it do? It slows their movement, and like, do you know what else it does? Oh, we lost a couple people for a second here.
And there it happened.
What were we saying?
Hold on, we just
Robert?
lost somebody's cam for a second, but I think we're coming back. All right,
My
we're
random
good.
disconnect happened.
Yeah, you're fine. I don't know if it's my connection or Discord, but we've been cams have been freezing, not just yours. But anyways, I actually don't know. You might need to help me out here, Leo. I know it slows their movement and it's like a really loud noise, but like what else does it really do to them, to the attackers? Malusi's gadget.
Melusi's gadget. So like it can go on any surface pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just emits like this loud like buzzing sound, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
when the attacker steps into its like line of sight or
Mhm.
whatever its range is. And it slows the attacker down too. So it's kind of like barbed wire where it slows you down.
Mhm.
It doesn't affect your sensitivity.
Oh, it
It
doesn't.
just
Okay.
it just slows you down. That's it.
So then I would have been incorrect, but I was gonna say it's similar to like Blitz's shield in a way, minus the flash. Like, is it kind of that disorienting effect? Is it Blitz? that I'm
No,
thinking of? No.
No, you're thinking of Ella that has like the goo
Gotcha.
mines that not goo mines. The
The
ice
concussion
cream
mines
cone
or
thing.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay.
I hate those.
Those things, those actually affect your sensitivity, whereas this does not. Like I said, it's just
Okay.
like if you're walking through barbed wire without the sound.
Really? Okay.
It's just tough. And then their weapons, I'll just go into that real fast.
Sure.
So we know Melusi, 3 speed, 1 armor. Her primary is either the T5 SMG or the Super 90 shotgun. She's got the R15 handgun, and for gear, she's got an impacts and a deployable. And then Ace, he's got his primary, the AR-12 or the M1014 shotgun, and then a P9 handgun, along with his gear being a breach charge and a smoke grenade. So pretty
Okay.
basic stuff.
All right.
No new weapons.
We lost
Oh.
Sandy again, but
Stream is looking wacky right
It's,
now.
I don't even know what to do honestly in these situations.
Oh my.
Well, now everyone's back, but
He's
the
not
stream,
back yet, but on the
Robert's
stream,
half on his
I'm
own.
half on my
part,
own.
and-
You're over in Sandy. I don't even know how my cam ended up being split the way it is.
Do you want to just keep talking about Siege while we fix this?
Sure.
I can just-
Let's talk
Awkward.
about oh, he's coming back.
Can this not happen?
It would be great if it didn't.
Last time,
Oh
which is
my-
nice. Now it's
Oh.
happening twice in 5
Oh,
minutes.
boy.
Every time. Dude, we were going for so long without any issues. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. Bam. I
Yeah.
won't stop.
I'm really sorry for anyone watching. I honestly don't know how to counter that because it's just so random and it just moves us all around. But I apologize.
It do be like that.
Yeah. So I suppose to wrap up our 6 update, the last thing would be the house rework, which I love house by the way, but it's staying in the casual rotation even with these reworks.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. go ahead.
it's fine. I mean, I think it's best for it to stay in the casual pool for now until I guess players learn. Once they learn things, but I'm glad it got a rework because that map was just so tiny.
Yeah.
It's like the
true.
I think it's the smallest map, and it's
Mhm.
just you're never safe anywhere. No site was like viable,
Mhm.
but now it's pretty cool now.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to
my opinion.
visualize if you don't know the map, but just to cover it, the upstairs workshop is now a pink bedroom, so like the family had another kid or whatever, so that's right across from the kids. It has a walk-in closet, so I'm assuming that just means like a good angle you can hide in or something, like toss a shield in there and hide behind or something like that. And then
Something like that.
the roof of the front porch has been enclosed to create a new hallway between the pink bedroom and the bathroom. So that is roughly the area where I believe that's roughly the area where you would throw an impact right outside of like workshop to like be on that bar across. I think that's now a hallway. If that makes sense. Yeah, and then the there's a new 2-story addition on the back of the house, which includes 3 new rooms themed around entertainment, music, and play. So that'll probably be the calls for them, and that adds a new staircase to it in the rear of the house, and then an exterior balcony. So I'm assuming that's somewhere close to master, rather than being on that ledge of a rooftop. There's a balcony there, I suppose. And then
Yeah.
the last thing is that the main entrance is closed off and one of the garage doors is closed off. But now what I do remember seeing in the update is, if you guys remember how it was the left and the right, and then there was that like the shelving in the middle.
Yeah.
So you could see in, and then you could breach. Now it's just one that you can breach through and one that you can't. But the driveway is enclosed with concrete walls and then like a angled like metal doors. So you can breach in the garage and then plant and have pure line of sight, but you're stuck in that garage region. So you can't go like all the way to like the staircase by like was it sailboats or whatever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I think it's pretty balanced.
We'll definitely have to see how it goes throughout the.
I know that's
if they
super
plan
hard
to like
visualize,
put it into ranked or something like that, it's gonna have to. They're probably gonna give it like another season maybe. Like give it another like time for people to understand it, and then they'll proceed with the next. But yeah. So R6, I can't wait for Steel Wave to come out.
Yeah,
it's gonna be exciting.
Should be out sometime next week, around like Monday or Tuesday of next week, I think. It's been on the test server for an extended period of time, a couple weeks longer than usual, because they mentioned like with COVID impacting their dev time, they want to like really make sure they get it right.
From just like a gameplay perspective of R6, I think like they do such a good job at like part of it is balancing, but like I guess like compared to Valorant, you don't really like in Valorant you view some characters like OP with their abilities and Unstoppable needs a big nerf, but I think in R6 like you just seem to see that a bit less. It seems like there's just so many different characters to pick from, and you never really find one that shuts every single person down. I think there's always like a counter, which I think they do a pretty good job at balancing. Obviously, some people do need some rework, like a little bit of reworks, but
yeah, there's people that need like little touches here and there, but it's not like I said.
Big.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no one with an ability that they can crutch on really hard, except maybe for like.
Especially because you can change round to round too. So if you're like, oh, I know that guy's gonna bring like Maverick this round, like or whatever you countering or Cade or whatever. So I do like that. I definitely wasn't here for the conversation like years ago, but I wonder like does Ubisoft have any other competitive games? Not
Just
really,
for
right?
Honor count? I mean, there's no.
No.
Not really.
But like I wonder if they expected this, because now it's like it's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
So I think it's shaped
liked
up
by
to
a
be a
lot.
pretty good esport. Yeah. Man,
Right?
I'm scrolling through these topics lists and I'm like, what is Carson gonna speak about today? I feel bad.
I mean, the only thing is like, well, we don't really have a lot of time, and we've got the FaZe debacle thing that keeps on the FaZe story that keeps on giving somehow.
Yeah. Why don't you want to run us through the console news that we have?
I guess so.
Because I feel like none of us know too much about it. It's just like kind of out there.
I'll be honest, I didn't know anything.
Let's see, PS5 June 4th. The June 4th event was delayed. COD Season 4 is also delayed, and they're going to be bringing Captain Price, Warzone, Nuke Event, Galil, and Vector. I don't follow COD. My dad plays COD, so maybe I should ask my dad what all this new COD update stuff means. So what else is there?
It's funny.
Showcase
Your dad
to
plays
PS
COD. My dad plays CS.
My dad's been playing COD since like COD 2.
My dad plays Fallout.
It's awesome.
My dad watches golf,
Yeah.
basketball, and football, and all that.
Get him on one of those what is it, the PGA games or something, right?
That might be kind of fun,
Yeah.
or just Wii Sports. You know, we can bring that back.
I want an esport for Wii Sports.
Dude, my mom just bought a Wii off of eBay because we traded into GameStop and we were like, we're never going to use this again. But she's like now craving Wii Sports Resorts. So somehow we now have a Wii Fitness Pad and a Wii again. But quarantine.
Wow.
They never
craziness.
go out of style.
I know.
These Wiis are looking really expensive. Because I remember we stopped using our Wii and then we gave it to my cousin. And then a month later, I'm like, you know what? I really wish, like, there's a bunch of great games in the Wii. I wish we still had it, and I wish I, like, could have collected for all the really cool
Wii Guitar
games.
Hero, that was pretty fun. I love Guitar Hero.
Yes,
You can
Guitar
buy
Hero 3
you
was
can
my
buy
favorite.
a Wii now on like Etsy or eBay, and it will have like a 2 terabyte solid state drive attached, and it will have like 100 Wii games, like every like GameCube game, Sega Genesis game, like NES game. Like it's so weird. Like they're just hacking them for like $300, and you get like 1,000 games.
That's pretty cool.
It's been so long. But yeah, I suppose of the console news that Carson brushed over, there's not really too much to dive in, except COD 4 should be pretty promising, bringing Captain Price as a new character. And then Warzone is going to start having map events, which we know is kind of what like kicks a battle royale like into like the spotlight again, especially with like when Fortnite changes their maps and whatever. So Warzone has like a nuke in all these hidden bunkers, and you get the access cards to the bunkers, that kind of stuff. So there's going to be some kind of nuke. And then apparently it might tie into the next franchise, like the next installment in the franchise, which should be a Black Ops Cold War, I think we said, somewhere at the end of the year. And then bringing back the Galil and the Vector, fan favorite weapons. Yeah.
True.
What else is controversial from that console news? I guess just the Unreal Engine 5 being free for devs until the game reaches 1 million in revenue. I grouped that under the PS5 news because that's when we first saw Unreal Engine 5 showcase, I think.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's going to be awesome.
For console, actually, if you want to talk about this, do you think that there should be, like, do you think crossplay between console and PC is a good or bad thing? Like, I guess in different areas. Like, I think it's a good thing in terms of getting connected with other players, but, like, I think in terms of, like, competitiveness and ranked situations, I think it's a bad thing.
I think I'm really
like the whole
I
aim
can
assist.
see what you mean.
Like the whole aim assist.
brother just ran out. I think it's really conflicted in the sense of, like, it's good that it's allowing more people into games so that more people play them. Like, it's making, like, say, like, Call of Duty example, like, dies on PC pretty quickly, but stays on console for a while. Like, it's making COD not die as quick. However, when you start to have console players opting out of crossplay, I think it gets rough.
Yeah.
Especially, like, you see something like aim assist on Fortnite competitive or something. Like, that's always a controversy.
Yeah, like there's the whole like, PC players don't like how console players have, aim assist, but then there's also the fact that PC players are just really good at aiming
Sweatier.
naturally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely like that they have the option to turn it off and on because that just allows anyone to have, what they want to do. But personally, I feel like maybe there shouldn't be crossplay in the more competitive modes. And I think that is the case, right? Isn't there like in the COD League thing, like the ranked the ranked S&D? I'm pretty sure there's no crossplay. Wait, no, that's a lie because I literally played
There
it.
isn't even ranked. Yeah.
Well, there's
but,
like a ranked mode in Modern Warfare.
Well, just the skill-based matchmaking, which most
Yeah,
people
so
hate, but
I don't think there should be crossplay in the more competitive modes, but in the casual stuff, I don't see why not. Like if it's a casual mode, what's the harm?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fine with it during casual, but I think like for tournaments and stuff, or just like even online tournaments. I mean, I guess it's hard because you don't really, I don't know how many, like, they can like gather that many players from each platform, like
Right.
to have their own tournament. But still, console players have like a lot of disadvantages. PC players have disadvantages, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But like they don't necessarily balance each other out.
Yeah. I suppose, like, not to sound blunt or rude, but like what it really comes down to me personally with consoles is I don't care. Like there's like nothing is gonna happen that will bring me back to a console, with the small exceptions of things like Last of Us Part 2 and stuff, which I'll probably end up watching rather than playing. But obviously it's good to have competition in the market, to have consoles being so, like, they're relatively cheap and like somewhat coming close to low tier PCs, hopefully pushing the PC hardware market further. But that's
That is
honestly
true.
all
PC
I have to say
gang.
on it. Yeah, for sure.
Only thing though,
my
I want
brother-
to disagree with that cheaper option because the PS5 isn't that going to be like $500 when it comes out?
Fair. Yeah, I feel like it'll probably actually
So-
be more. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
in
know.
my opinion, that's where consoles aren't cheap.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna, like personally, since I have a PC, like why would I buy? Why would I
Mhm.
spend $500 on a console when
My
I can use all that money on a graphics card?
True.
My brother has a PS4, but he attaches a keyboard and mouse to it and plays through that. So
If
at
you're
a little
saving
bit of
up
an
for a
advantage.
PC, I understand, but like if you bought a PS4 just to use
He
keyboard
got
and mouse,
He
like,
got it for Christmas.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
But I know there's some
I need-
people that are like, I'm gonna buy the adapter so I can like override the keyboard
Yeah,
like
that's
limit
so
in all games.
unnecessary.
It's like whatever. Like there's people that play R6. Like R6, you can play keyboard and mouse on console, I think, with keyboard and mouse, but it puts you in PC lobbies unless you buy like an adapter that tricks it into saying you're using a controller. But that's just like, why?
Yeah.
I don't even know. You got plat in the console. I don't know. Anyways.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Moving on to the
Moving
next.
on.
Wait, what is next?
Our next
Well,
topic. It's
Oh,
this
the FaZe.
crazy
You got
one that just
FaZe.
has so many different things to it. I guess when you're around for 10 years, FaZe, just controversy after controversy. Carson, once again, why don't you
Yeah.
introduce us to the topic? Because I'm saying it
I'm-
again. We got to hear your voice a little bit.
Oh, I'm really,
Yeah.
really only familiar with the whole CSGO gambling. How they at some point were they created CSGO Wild to fund their CSGO team that they didn't have yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they never
Wait, they
disclosed
created
that.
that? I did not know that.
Yeah, they never disclosed it. They technically did it legitimately by going to I think, the island of Antigua to set
Antigua,
up.
yeah.
What?
So,
And it's,
yeah.
but they never disclosed, like it's kind of what happened with T Martin Syndicate, where they never really disclosed that they
Right.
owned the site or were
So
really
that goes
involved with
probably
the site.
back to like
I-
2016.
That was
And,
all
like,
2016. I
yeah.
will tell you it is 2016. That's the era that I was in when I was
Yeah.
doing stuff.
I may or may not have been roped up in that, and like as
I
a
was
you
all-
know what 16 15 between like 15 to 17-year-old kid, like
Yeah, dude. Making money like that sounded like a bunch of fun.
yeah, I don't even know.
It's prime time, man. That's like
Totally,
prime
like,
time. The
Probably
perfect
totally
target
illegal,
audience.
but somehow we all got roped into it. I want a
Yeah.
dragon lore off of one of those CS:GO. What was the?
You did?
Yeah, not gambling. Like I literally won a Facebook giveaway. I swear on this podcast, dude.
What'd you do with it? What'd you do with it?
I kept it for a while, and then I didn't
Oh,
do the smartest
mean,
thing.
that means you don't have it anymore. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I couldn't. Once I moved on, I had to like. I probably didn't do it in the best way, but it was when OP Skins still could go to PayPal, and I
OP
first
Skins wasn't the
first
worst.
first I traded I traded it for a fire serpent and a howl and a tiger tooth and like one other knife, like a really like good Doppler or something. And then I ended up.
Damn.
I think in the end I got like probably like
I
800 or 900 PayPal once I sold
I had
everything.
so much money,
Mm-hmm.
like, from gambling. The thing is, I never got a hold of a dragon lore. I definitely could have gotten one, but I never did. The thing is, if I ever got a hold of one, I would have never let it go.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
I would've
had-
sold
I
most
had
of it.
to. I had my
The
parents down my
craziest
back.
thing I ever got in like a CS:GO case was a red. I got an M4 Chantico's Fire. That's
Pretty
the
good.
only thing.
It's pretty
Only
good, right?
thing I've ever received, and
Ketchup
it was so
mustard?
cool because it. Immediately, I went into a casual lobby and people were like, "Yo, want to trade? Want to trade? Want to trade?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I have all the power
Dude,
now.
I think I gotta pull the plug on this conversation before we go too deep, because we're literally talking about how FaZe hid the fact that they owned a gambling site, and FaZe members made videos promoting the site, and
I
now,
didn't say anything about it. Like they didn't even disclose it. Also,
yeah, back then they all said back then they FaZe banks denied it. They're like, no, we don't own this. Like, no, like it was pretty much like not a thing. And then whatever podcast he was on a couple weeks ago, he was like, yeah, like we flew to Antigua. We had like, I think they paid like, they needed $1 million for a CS team. I think they had like $500,000. They paid like $500,000 to like whoever runs Antigua, bought the licensing for a gambling website, and then started making like $250K a day from the site.
Jeez. Oh yeah, dude.
Br-
People who
Oh
made
my.
successful gambling sites, they became big rich after this.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you get FaZe members to promote it, like,
I should have done it.
and like we knew that it would, like, it came out that like the other ones were like totally rigged, right?
Yeah.
All the like advertisement videos.
they're all kind of
Oh,
sketchy at
advertisement and
best.
sponsors. I'm like 87% sure they're rigged.
Mm-hmm. I think like T
Certain
Martin and
sites,
Syndicate
though?
like came, like proved it, right? Like didn't they say like we had special
Oh, I
like
have no idea.
keys or something? I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea. But like coin flips, like those sites that like that was the main thing that people
Yeah.
use CS:GO Lotto for, which was
So bad.
T Martin and Syndicate's site.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't like if you were just a normal person, there wasn't like a way you can guarantee a win. but there was a way that you could like predict it.
Right.
So like you would win like 85% of the time. And that's how I made a lot. Like
Yeah.
like
they
once you
definitely-
learn like the patterns and everything, like you have an idea of where you should go, and then it becomes like a gut feeling, and then
Yeah.
bam, you're winning.
I had one friend, I guess bookie isn't the right word for it, but like he was the kind of friend that was like, dude, just give me your knife. I'll give you back like
Dude, I
25%
hated those
more.
people.
But like he was good. He was so good. He never went negative. But
Do
like
it?
That's respectable.
I didn't have anything
had-
to give really. But
I have an online friend. I have an online friend who I'm still friends with. Ruined his marriage.
Really?
Yeah, this game,
What?
yeah.
Oh my
They're, like
goodness.
all this game ruined his marriage. I mean, it was
That's a
kind of
story.
unstable anyways, but
That's still upsetting though.
yeah.
I
Reminds
feel
me
like
of,
every time we talk about gambling, CU Gaming does not endorse
We do not condone.
gray market gambling, underage gambling. Is there anything else you have to mention? Because we always somehow get back on CSGO skins and gambling. And
Yeah, we're not. We don't
another friend who
support
pocketed
gambling.
60K.
Very
All right,
bad.
no more of this. No more of this.
Theoretical
No,
Let's
it's
talk about.
Getting back,
Let's talk
let's
about
the
FaZe
actual
Let's just
controversy
group it under
of
to
the situation.
FaZe. So this is a thing that happened with FaZe. Again, FaZe just had their 10-year anniversary, like I think last week. So this is just one of the many things they faced over that 10-year thing. Literally, if you Google FaZe right now, what's coming up is not their 10-year anniversary, but the fact that FaZe Rain was just booted from the clan. That's
Which I think
probably not the best
anybody
way to say
who's
that.
like somewhat involved with the gaming world knows about FaZe Rain. Like you've heard of him. He's all around.
Rain.
He takes
Exactly.
part
He's
in,
been
like,
around.
Spanx.
He's been around since FaZe has been like
Since the
pretty much
like
around.
what is it, the Boston or New York house, like their first
There were
house.
mul- there were
I never
multiple FaZe
remembered the
Rains.
houses, man.
I just
But
feel
it's
like
like
we'll
they're-
think about FaZe.
Yeah, I was watching the
How
history
they've been
video.
around.
Yeah, go ahead.
But basically,
I've never
with the
watched
whole.
I'm
Sorry,
trying
what
to
were you
like
saying, Carson?
Carson. Like, we just.
I'm sorry. I thought we were going back into the actual news.
No, if
of it.
I'm getting cut off or someone's cutting me off and it's Carson, like this, you gotta hear more of them. So, go ahead.
Fair enough.
Take the lead.
I feel like I'm only 19, but I just feel so old thinking about like watching FaZe montage videos in middle school.
What is it? Ale cams and
Oh,
everything.
Ilcams. Oh, like I think their peak was like their 2 million montage.
Yeah.
And then they started doing like kind of like vlogging or lifestyle videos.
Ew.
No, I want to see some sick
Yeah.
clip clips.
Yeah,
What?
you say ew, but I mean, when I think FaZe right now, especially the last 2 years, whether I think FaZe or like another org like 100 Thieves, gaming is kind of becoming like their secondary focus, and like it's more about content and apparel right now. Like if I think
Yeah.
FaZe's accomplishments in the last 2 years, I don't think about how they performed at like CS majors or how they performed at the Fortnite World Cup. I think about like their partnerships with the NFL, Nissan.
They partnered with the NFL.
Hey,
Yeah,
the Norwegian,
they did
the Norwegian
something
FaZe
with a
Rain.
draft.
There's FaZe Rain on a CS:GO team. He's Norwegian. He's still around, so go support him.
Yeah.
If he's, we still got another Rain to go off.
Wait, where'd that
But
come
I know
out?
what
Where'd
you-
that come out of? I'm so confused.
I don't know, dude. You just said CS tournament. It just reminded me of FaZe Rain on their team.
His rain. Different rain than the rain that just
Yeah,
got kicked?
There's two different Rains
Different-
in the FaZe.
That's rain with
the FaZe
two
rain.
N's, right?
No, it's just normal RAIN.
Oh, so they're both
They're
the
both just
exact
FaZe
same
Rain.
name.
They're
Okay.
both just. That's kind of.
Oh, I know. I know
Usually.
this. I know Rain. Was
I
he?
think the CS one
wasn't
is
he on,
lowercase.
what was he on before FaZe?
I don't know.
Mouse Sport?
Oh,
I
he
don't
was
know.
on G2.
G2. I definitely
Mm.
like looking at his picture now. I remember that face. Anyways, he had other names before.
Right?
His alternate
I forgot
IDs
who he
were
was.
Rain JE, so Range or something, and then Rain Monster, and then Rain Bob. So
Rain Monster.
yeah, a Monster all caps and spelled
No, it was
exactly
not a-
like I'm saying it.
He was not on
Monster.
G2. I lied about that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways,
He was definitely on like.
yeah.
something. Yeah. I don't really know.
I didn't really take part in the whole, like, FaZe, Optic clan, all that stuff.
Right.
I played the game a bunch. I played constant Call of Duty, but I just never took part in those montage videos. I mean, I'd watch the occasional trick shot, but I never devoted myself to like an organization or team.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think I don't know if it was all by chance or like for 2010 marketing, especially their symbol and then like the hand sign, like it's just like I haven't seen anything really that rivals as iconic.
No.
Like
I remember, I remember with FaZe at least, my buddy used to make a FaZe emblem, like he would make the FaZe emblem for you on Black Ops 2, and then like however you want to customize it. I still have it as my emblem, and it's just a FaZe emblem, but with like a taco with a mustache in it.
It's hilarious.
It's great.
Yeah. How do you
love
do that? How do you do the FaZe sign? I'm trying to like do it with my hand without flipping off the camera. Like,
without making a gang sign.
it's something like that. But I mean, like 100 Thieves talked about having one, and theirs is like one, and then your mouth opens, so it's just like and I'm like, that is so bad.
How stupid!
That's
Wait,
so bad.
Yeah. Or the other way around.
I look
guess,
like an
maybe you
idiot.
can, but like.
But I guess you can't really do this because that's like the blood sign.
True.
You can't really like.
Oh,
do it
shit.
like
I
that.
mean, I wouldn't know, but I believe you. Yeah, but like just the fact that like you have like who else is in FaZe? Oh, Offset is in FaZe, technically.
Who?
Offset,
Like the rap
rapper?
artist?
Yeah. Mhm. Like he's an investor in FaZe and technically like what do you call, like an honorary FaZe member. So like the fact that like he posted an Instagram picture wearing like this really like streetwear-esque like FaZe hoodie and just like has like a huge like iced out watch, and he's just like throwing up the FaZe sign, and that just like it goes so hard, but it's like FaZe has made such a name for itself in that case.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Drake invested into 100 Thieves.
True, yeah.
So,
And Scooter Braun.
and like the Cleveland Cavaliers also invested with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know we like kind of put that topic on there to talk about Rain, and like apparently he had a mental health breakdown and posted like a 10-minute ranting YouTube video that was deleted. You can find it if you look hard enough, and like one side is saying FaZe isn't supporting him in his time of need, and then the other side is like saying that he's talking about legal things that he like under contract was not supposed to say on camera, because he's claiming that they owe him $300,000, which
Oh my god.
now saying that out loud, if you think about it, is extremely reminiscent of Tfue, who had pretty much this exact same situation back, I don't even know if it was this year, but are you guys familiar with the Tfue like lawsuit with FaZe?
I'll be
have
honest, I'm not.
No idea.
I just know he claims he didn't get paid and he sued them. And
Yeah,
it
so
was a
he's
big deal.
essentially the same thing. So he was signed to FaZe when he was averaging like I think like 300 viewers. Like Banks just like scouted him, and now obviously he's like typically top of Twitch, like 40K viewers, and his contract he's claiming was like extremely limiting to his like to his size. Like it made sense for like a 300 viewer streamer at the time, but then like now that he's this big, I think like some of the claims, I forget some of the claims, but I think it like he couldn't have any of his own advertisements. Like he had to use like he was limited to FaZe. They were taking like 70% of like his ad revenue and like stuff like this. But then it was also said that FaZe had that contract, but they also never collected on it. So it's like it was a whole nother thing. And he defected. And then there was also like with Tfue, it also like his father is like they call him a dadager, like a dad manager or whatever, because like he was saying like a lot of things like he would always just like he's kind of crazy, like he's just like this old Florida man, and like if you listen to some of the
Florida
things,
man.
if you just listen to some of the things, like he'll just look at the camera and be like, my son is the best Fortnite gamer, like he's gonna make his own org, like he's gonna like just he has all these crazy ideas, and I think he was like saying more than Tfue even cared about. So that ended up in him not being in FaZe and like a whole lawsuit that's, I think maybe still even underway privately, but yeah, I'm sure he's not even.
Yeah, I didn't really know the whole Tfue situation.
Yeah, Tfue's.
I don't follow any of
Tfue's
that
more
stuff.
of like a lot of people say he's more of a celebrity now than like a player. In the case that like people don't really care about him showing up at tournaments, they care about like what controversial thing or crazy thing he's gonna do next now.
Really? I didn't know that.
Like somewhat in that thing.
Isn't he still good? Because I know he won whatever the huge Fortnite thing at DreamHack Anaheim, despite it being.
Did he?
So is he?
See, I haven't
is he
even followed
starting?
completely.
Is he starting to reach like Jake Paul or Logan Paul status of just like pulling off something?
Somewhat.
dumb, or-
Somewhat.
Well, you see, the thing is, he's still like streaming games and he's still
Got
playing
it.
games like a lot.
Mhm.
Like I see him all the time playing stuff on Twitch, so it's not like he's completely gone to content creator mode. But like personally, for me at least, like with FaZe, like I used to be pretty invested in them. Not like completely, but I cared about them and I want to learn more. But
Right.
like when it comes to other like esport teams, and because I want to know more about the esports scene itself, I'm not looking at FaZe. Like FaZe is not what I think of anymore when I think about tournaments or like these big events, for games. I don't think FaZe. I think actually literally any other team. I
Yeah.
don't mean to make that sound
Yeah,
like
no,
an actual
definitely.
like a call out, but like FaZe is almost like the last thing I'm
Yeah, like,
thinking
when
of
you
when I
think
think of
FaZe,
like a
like-
COD tournament or something. I don't know.
Right. When you think FaZe, like their esports teams are like for me the last thing that comes to mind. Like they have rosters in like almost every game, but like that's
Yeah.
not what I think. I think about the content creators in FaZe.
Yeah, because that's just what they've like what's the word
That's
I'm
what-
looking for?
yeah.
Like
Just
moved over
focused
to.
on- yeah. Especially when you look at
Transition.
like their CS roster. I think I got this quote from like the Score Esports, and they said that like their CS roster is kind of like where the pros go to die or like to retire. Like they have like Olafmeister on there and like a bunch of other old CS pros. So it's like the veteran roster. Olafmeister
like
actually
the-
just announced
yeah.
that he's taking a break from FaZe, or not from FaZe, but from the team in general. I think just like saying over like stress and stuff like that, which is a whole nother trend that we're seeing, especially with Astralis.
Shawless.
Two of their players also
Yeah,
taking
so
time
that's
off
how I
for
feel about-
mental health and stress.
Easy, at least.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all sort of just like up in the air. I don't think we know enough details of everything. I feel like FaZe always has some new drama with like the whole FaZe Banks and Jake Paul thing. Now
Yeah.
TFU and everything.
Right. And I think that's kind of something I said before. Like, they've been around for 10 years now. Like, it's almost impossible to avoid controversy on the internet if
Yeah.
you've been around for 10 years and you're
Yeah.
that big. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
do we
there
have
we go.
any
That's
other
FaZe.
comments,
I don't
boys?
know.
I think we
I
got
don't know.
most of it.
I think I'm pretty good now.
Oh,
I mean,
just
we're
one
over
more
an
thing. Like,
hour.
oh, how do you guys feel about like Epic Games constantly getting like first dibs on games or like having games exclusively only sold on Epic Games,
Ooh.
like the store?
Well,
Yeah.
Like as more time goes, more games are getting like sold exclusively on Epic Games. And I think
yeah.
I
like,
at
do you think like
least
the buyout is worth it for Epic Games? I guess.
at least the only really game I can think of an example of is like Borderlands 3, and at least
Yeah.
it comes out on Steam months later.
Yeah,
Like,
same with,
I was talking to someone about that, but
what's it called? Like Metro Exodus was originally only on was the Bethesda store, I think, and then it
was it?
recently in like January or February it came out on the Steam store. I mean, I personally I find it dumb that games are doing this where they're just dividing up like the PC platform into different like stores. Yeah, the Epic Games Store is cool and all, in my opinion. Like, oh, they're
sorry,
doing
I
like
hate
all
that
these
store.
free, like they're doing like the free stuff. Like, yeah, that's nice, but I don't know. I just don't like doing the exclusives for things. It's just
yeah,
dumb
Right.
in my
I know
opinion.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Like you got
But
BattleNet,
nothing. Yeah,
yeah,
there's
BattleNet, Ubisoft, Epic Games,
Yeah.
Steam.
it's
It's all
just
over the
dumb.
place.
Yeah, I
All
agree
over
with
the
Josh in the chat and Josh on the podcast. Josh in the chat says games should be on every platform or only on their own. I think that's
Yep.
pretty good. I think it's kind of hard to make this comparison, but I kind of see Epic Games as like the Apple Store of platforms, and like they try to just display these like really fine titles. They want like these polished indie games or these AAAs, and like it more so the comparison I'm trying to make is like games on the Epic Store besides like their mega sale right now. So like that kind of debunks my theory. Like I feel like they wouldn't go on sale as much. Like Borderlands 3 being an exclusive on Epic Games
Yeah.
doesn't have a lot of motivation or credibility to go on sale. Where like something on Steam, I feel like if I add it to my wish list, it will almost definitely go on sale.
Exactly.
Eventually, at some
eventually.
point. Like, okay, I just want to make one more point. I'm sorry, but the reason why the Steam store will always be superior to every other of these like random ones is are the Steam sales. Like, right? The Steam sales, we
are
all
pretty
know
unmatched.
they are absolutely unmatched. The two biggest ones are the winter sale and the summer sale. The winter sale on its own is absolutely bonkers. I buy most of my stuff from that. But then the summer sale comes out, and then almost every single game on Steam is on sale then, with outrageous sale prices. That's why Steam will always be superior, just because there's just so much.
Steam always has something on sale year round. Every day, something on sale. And then when the big sales come around seasonal and on holidays, they're your big titles, and they're pretty big discounts. Yeah. Like, it's pretty unmatched. And the fact that you can like greenlight new games that people are like submitting and stuff, I think that's pretty cool too.
Interesting with the marketing of Steam. Quick survey of everyone. Have you guys ever bought a game or like... Yeah, have you guys ever bought a game that was like on the little pop-up advert that comes in when you log into Steam?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
maybe not. I don't know.
Like the Steam News thing. The Steam News thing.
Like the separate window that pops up, and it's usually like 2 or 3 games, and you click next, and it's like it'll be like the free weekend, the free game for the weekend, like a 70% off publisher sale and stuff like that, or like completely different indie games.
I think I've opened. I go through that all the time whenever I see it, and I go through like the games that look interesting. I think once I bought a game from it, I don't remember what it was, but I know for a fact that I remember I pressed it once.
It's interesting.
I've done it a couple times,
but I like that.
I bought Terraria through there.
Oh yeah, that's
You have a discovery queue also. They just have good advertising.
But,
yeah, it's there's a publisher sale too. Like they have random publisher sales just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For me, the only thing Epic Games has going, like for my taste, is that they have a free game every week or whatever, every once in a while. That's the only reason they keep opening it up.
Yeah, there's like, and they're doing, I don't even know. This won the Handsome Collection of Borderlands, so it's Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the
that's a big thing.
That's pretty good.
Big.
I think they just had Civ 6 last week. Like those are like rarely. It's usually like every once in a while there's a fairly well-known game, but it's mostly just like random indie titles and some good like B tier stuff. I don't know. I don't really have like a lot of really big. I mean, like Civ 6 came out.
Civ's pretty good because I haven't seen Civ on sale too much.
I'm so bad at Civ.
I'm really bad, but I'm fun being bad.
I haven't gotten to play it because I talked about this too. Like people ask me to play, but it's like my understanding of Civ is like it's like Monopoly. Like don't have any other plans for the next 6 hours.
Speaking of games like Civ, we should start including topics on that too. Like we mostly covered first-person shooters, but like strategy games, RTS games, MOBA games, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, we also focus like on like recent news and stuff a lot, but I feel like
we'll just have to section our.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll have to section our.
I don't know how much of an audience we have, but like I definitely would love to see comments on like the tweets that we put out and stuff like that. Of like if you'd like to see a podcast not talking about news and just talking about like our favorite open world game or like our favorite indie game and like stuff like that, because I'd love to talk about that.
Let's talk about Mordhau again.
Yeah, or like our like
Mordhau.
We always fit in these little like snippets of like like how I used to be in like a Revolutionary War clan for like Mountain Blade. It's like these like 2-minute like snippets, and it's like, wait, I want to hear more on that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So
let's talk about like Minecraft, dude. There's always got updates coming up.
Dude, I have plenty of fun gaming stories if that's what we're trying to go for. Yeah, I've got plenty of weird plans I did.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll save that for next time. But this time I think we did.
Dude,
I think we covered a lot this time.
I could talk about that. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah. I suppose we'll wrap it up like for this week, but
I'm hungry, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna go on a random tangent? Somehow going back to CSGO skin gambling?
I don't know. I swear to God, Carson, you have to. I don't even know. We just need. I don't know. Next week will be your week, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually next week is only Carson talking for an hour straight. No one else.
Pick a game for this like from now until next week. Play it all the time, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, Civ 6. That's all I've been playing recently.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
let's go for it.
Done.
You know what we should do?
No,
we
have
should either pick a game for each other to play, or like try and go off of like Discord or Twitter recommendations from people that listen, and like each play a game we haven't played, or play each other's favorite game, and then come back and say our opinions on it.
True.
That sounds fantastic.
Something like that. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, don't worry, you don't have to play Siege. you won't be playing Siege.
Yeah. We'll just.
What if we had just like a random question that we ask at the end of it? It'd be an easy closer. But then like next week you just come with like an answer like I don't know, what was your favorite food that you ate this week or something. And we just share it, and then we get into the stuff.
I can see that. Like, what was your highest tilt moment in the past week of gaming or something
just
like
Oh,
that?
I can give you a tilt right. I can tell you right now what my highest tilt is.
We got Serena. No.
No,
It's just
it's Siege actually. It's Siege.
Really?
If you want me to do this real fast, I can do it real fast.
Do it real fast. It'll be an easy closer and easy openings for upcoming podcast.
All right, so I haven't played Siege in like maybe a week or 2 weeks, right? Because I've just been, I don't know, I just don't want to play it.
Right.
Haven't played. Last time I played ranked with my friend, with some of the guys in the team. Right, played ranked, won. You know, I was going on a winning streak. It was great. And then I stopped. Came back today, downloaded it here at my home PC. First thing I see when I get on is I lost 52 MMR, right? Because I played against a cheater and I won, but the game was like, no, you got to be punished for that.
Oh my god.
So I get punished for winning against someone who's using an unfair advantage against me, and I still dumpstered the kid. But that's not right. I can't. I'm wrong. I'm in the wrong.
Big mad.
So
so-
I'm angry.
This is the part where we end the stream, we all say bye, and then we're going to go de-escalate Leo's feelings in the Discord off stream.
Goodbye.
All right, see you guys.